Well, good morning and rise and shine, and welcome to Live at 6:05. I'm Dr. Amy Nussbaum. Welcome to our Thursday edition as we are talking today about something that many of us face from time to time, and that is big life challenges, whether that be empty nesters or divorce, maybe retirement, or just any transition in life that shakes us up um, and just shakes up our world. The question that naturally comes up is, who am I now and who am I becoming? So, the first step here really is just to acknowledge this shift, right? As we become older, as things shift in our life, as our family grows up, um, we experience major transitions in life. And it can feel like the roles that we've lived in, whether that be parent or spouse or professional, suddenly that role just fades away. And we are just stuck with thinking, okay, well, that's who I was. So now who am I? And it really leaves us with this blank page when we just maybe just don't know what quite to do with that. It can feel unsettling. It can also be an amazing opportunity to do something you've always wanted, do something you've always dreamed about, or take this opportunity to dream again and figure out what it is you want to do in the next season of life. Because roles can change, but your identity, which is your values and your gifts and your passions, those things, those typically remain the same. Um, and we can just dig a little deeper into those in this new season that you are in. So think of your roles as chapters of your life. One one chapter of your life you are a student, one chapter of your life you become a spouse, and then you become a parent, or whatever professional, whatever season of life you are in, and then what season of life you are heading into. But your core identity is the theme of the entire book. So that typically doesn't change very much. Maybe if we look to get deeper into our faith, our identity can shift a little there. Maybe our passions can shift a little there. But Ephesians 2:10 tells us, for we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works. So we are created to do have with a purpose. We all have a purpose. That's we are created for. And sometimes that purpose shifts as our seasons shift. But we thrive when we align our life with our values and our strengths. Have you ever been in a role, in a job, in a profession that maybe you started out thinking, okay, this is what I want to do in life. This is great. And then little by little, your role changes, maybe by necessity of the business, maybe just the nature of promotions, and your role shifts and changes, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is not what I'm passionate about. Things have shifted, things have changed. Maybe you liked what you were doing in the beginning, but now it's not really what you were thinking it was going to be. Well, the thing is, when your life aligns with your values and your strengths, that's truly when you will thrive. That's truly when, we're all looking for what's going to make me happy, what's going to bring me joy. And that's truly what it is. When your values and your strengths are in the middle of what you are doing every day, that is when you will thrive. And that is when you will find that happiness and that spark and that joy in life. Your identity isn't lost in this new chapter of life. It just may be hidden under old responsibilities or routines that don't apply anymore. So taking a look at everything, is there things, are there things you need to let go? Are there things you need to do differently? Are there things you need to start doing? Whenever we are reinventing our role, or we are renewing our role, um, it doesn't mean that we're becoming someone completely different. It just means we're peeling back the layers of everything and rediscovering your passions, rediscovering your loves. What is it that you enjoy? What is it that you enjoy doing? What is it that lights you up, that you are so excited to get out of bed every day because you get to do? um, Stepping into this next season makes it possible to rediscover what those things are, and possible to to actually get to do them. Get back to the basics of what brings you joy, get back to the basics of what makes you happy. So just think about this. What roles or labels have you been carrying that no longer define you? No longer, maybe, yes, you were a parent to young children, but maybe now they're in college. And so that relationship is different. Your role is different. What you are doing for your children is different. Yes, you're still a parent. You will always be a parent, but things shift and change. But what gifts or passions might God be inviting you to rediscover? Maybe there was something you used to do. Maybe you used to love bicycling or painting or doing something with music, or you used to love going out to lunch every Saturday with friends, and but you kind of got away from it because life, right, with sports and activities, and you just kind of let it go. Maybe that's, you want to get back into Bible study, you want to get back into um, whatever it is, rediscovering that, getting back into it. So write down 3 words that describe who you want to be in this new season. What are 3 hats you would like to wear? Would you like to be a writer? Would you like to be, um, more philosophical? Would you like to be more of a friend, and to get out there and to be intentional about being with your friends. So write those down and then keep them somewhere with you, maybe on your phone, maybe post-it note on your computer screen, um, and then think about how you can implement those into your life. So if you are walking through a transition and wondering who you are becoming, I would love to walk with you. This is what I do when I help people discover um, where they're headed in this next season of life. When we work together through one-on-one coaching, they discover clarity and confidence, and really a renewed sense of purpose. And that is something that we all thrive on when we have that sense of purpose. So remember, your identity is not tied to your season of life. It's anchored in something deeper. And you're not starting over, you're just starting fresh. So let's embrace this discovery together. So I am looking forward to tomorrow, to our Friday edition. But until then, remember, you are made for more. So go light up this world